a designer, author, and licensed artist with Sizzix. She loves to use recycled and vintage items in her projects. She writes a weekly blog for Sizzix, which may be seen on Mondays, as well as maintaining an active personal blog where she features projects, crafting tips, her latest design work, and new trends in crafting.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Tiffany. It was great to hear your show last night. Always interesting, and I'm really excited to be here today. I have my new Scoreboard Dies to show you. And first, I'd like to see a show of hands on the side there if we want to try that green raise hand button. Tiffany, if that's okay. How many of you out there have heard of Scoreboard Dies? Can we see? Yay! Because they're fairly new. I'd like to just tell you a little bit about how they work. They're kind of a new technology for Sizzix. They work with mat board and foam board, chipboard, the thicker materials. So they produce nice sturdy boxes and totes and things like that. There's an extra blade in there, a scoring blade that will cut thicker materials and produce a nice clean scoring line. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. I have a new collection coming out. The first collection had 8 dies. This collection has 4 scoreboard dies, and one of my dies is a bow, which is to be made with paper. But the other thing I wanted to tell you about first, before I forget and get into this demo, we are going to be having a blog hop. I just finished sending out 38 packages of dies for my cool designers to work with. So we're going to be starting on March 31st. We will have a blog hop, and you'll be able to see what each of those designers create with the dies. So I hope you'll be looking for that. You can check my blog, eileenhull.blogspot.com, and that's where it all starts, and you'll see the list of links there to go visit the other blogs. The other thing is, as Juliana told me to wear lipstick today, and I'm sorry, I forgot to do that. She isn't my advisor. But Tiffany mentioned I do write on the Sizzix blog, and that's Sizzix.com, and my blogs go up on Monday. So if you want to see any new projects, ideas, thoughts for using scoreboards, that's what I do. So, okay, I think let's get on to the demo. Today, I'm going to demo the die. It's called the cake die, and here is what it looks like finished up. And let me see, it's embossed. I don't know if you can see it here, but we're going to do one, and I'm going to change my camera so you can see my Sizzix machine here. I'm just going to tilt this down a little bit. Cleavage shot there. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Tiffany. Okay, so the way it works is, and for those who have not ever seen a Sizzix machine before, you've been missing out. But here's the way it works. You have these plates. There are 2 of them. One goes on top and one goes on the bottom. This is the die, and this is what is going to be cut out, if you can see the shapes in here. These lines in the middle here are the score lines. The outside lines are where it cuts. And the material that we're using is mat board, the same stuff that you use to frame pictures, to mat pictures with. So I made the sandwich. I put it together. Here's my big shot, and I'm going to just roll it through. It might be a little awkward here. Now, I will give the tip that when I'm working with these scoreboard dies and the mat board, and there is a point or a corner or any kind of little intricate designs, I roll it through front and back just to make sure that I'm going to get the best cut out there. So when I'm done, I'm going to just punch out the pieces. Okay, now on this die, we need 3 sections to make the circle of the cake, the circumference of it, because it's just not going to fit around. So you'll have to cut 3 of these. And what I do is kind of give them a little bend here. But before I put this section together, I'm going to run this through the textured, I'm going to do a textured impression to give it some dimension. As you saw, there was a pattern on there. So I'm going to take my folder and I place my piece fold side down, or the scored side down. I'm going to press it in here. I'm going to put my plate and my multi-purpose platform with no tabs. Those are going to stay here. I put my folder and then I'm going to roll this through. And you might feel a little resistance, but it is okay. It does work. It's thick material, so it's got to go through. And then when we take it out, we have this. So now I'm going to kind of bend this along the fold lines here. And I'm going to take this out of the way. I have gone ahead and colored this, but I'm going to do one to show you how I did it. I'm going to take my chalk. I don't know if your chalk looks like mine, but it's all, I dropped it and it's in a million pieces. But I'm going to go through and color all the flowers in blue with my chalks. You can use anything. You could use inks or, oops, forgot one. I just like the soft look that you get with this. And I'm going to do my green, and I'm just really not paying much attention to where I'm going. I like this. If you put it in one way, it'll emboss. If you put it the other way, it'll deboss. Okay, so here's our finished piece. And now I'm going to attach this to the other two sections that I've already completed. Now I've used artist tape, which is, it looks like this. It's nice and strong, and it will keep these sections together because you'll see what's going to happen to it in a minute. I'm going to take these pieces and join them up. We'll do that way. Let's see together. I try to match up the colors as best as I can. And then I'm going to make this here. Then you kind of bend it in a circle shape. But the best way to make it really round is you're going to take your round piece here. This is the top or bottom. Now you can cut more of these if you want. You want to put two of these, you can put a top and a bottom. There's another piece. This, you can fold these little pieces down and make this go on top. We'll get to that in a minute. But I'm going to put this in the bottom. I'm going to just insert this into the cake. This is pretty tight fit, so you want to make sure that you fold the tabs down. You can add glue, but I don't usually because it fits nice and tight in there. And then you just press it down all around the edge. And there you go. You have a nice little cylinder. And then you can figure out what you want to do with this bottom piece. I used two of them. First I did a glitter piece and I folded it down. And then I thought, oh, it looks cute, kind of ruffly with another piece going this way. So you just have to make sure that you have enough mat board to allow you to complete all the pieces that you want to use. Oh yes, we add the trim. I have little antique, I have rickrack, I have little fringy things. It's just kind of what you want to do. And the things that you might want to do with this is use this as a centerpiece at maybe a bridal shower, or put a nice little cupcake inside. It just fits. This is one that I got at Michael's, but it looks cute on a tray. It'd be a cute little favor box, or just fun for someone's birthday. And then I take a little bit of zip dry and add on the embellishments. There also are other dies that come along with the Celebrations, on the Celebrations power panel, that are like a little rickrack trim that goes, you can cut out of paper or felt or whatever you want. Those are Sizzix decorative strips.